Today's guest is someone who didn't wait for a seat at the table. He built his own. He's a Guinness World Record holder and has ticked off qualifications that finance professionals spend years chasing. And he's just getting started. Please welcome Mr. Lakshman. Take us back to the very beginning. When did your journey actually start?
It was during the time of 2020, I think, the peak COVID time, right? I had just finished my board exams and I used to be a swimmer before that. Okay, so yeah, so swimming was the only thing that I knew before that, right before that. And then when COVID hit, my only entry to a uni was blocked. I didn't know what I wanted to do after that. Like every other South Indian kid, I wanted to do engineering. And I was also into gaming a lot. So the 3 months after COVID, from March to June, every single day I used to get up at 8 and I used to game till 9. So 12 hours of gaming, that's all I did. So I did for 3 months, literally every single day. I showed up, I played Fortnite. That's all I did, right? So 3 months into it, I got really bored. So one day I was seeing my mom work and I kept pestering her to do something for me, just make me some food or something. That's when I saw bank statements lying around. So for those of you who know accounting, you know that the statement that you have in your books and the bank statement just never matches. And there's a reason to it, right? So when I saw those two lying around and not matching, it made no sense to me. I was like, how can a bank be wrong, right? And it's your company. How can you be wrong? Which one of you is wrong? So then I started circling everything from the debit and the credit side, matching it out, and then figuring out why is the difference? Why does it exist, right? So then, without knowing that it's called as bank reconciliation, I sum of did it, right? So then I wrote it in a piece of paper, I calculated it, and it matched. So when she made my food, I went and told her, like, listen, there's something wrong with your bank or there's something wrong with your firm. Okay, one of you is wrong, eternally wrong, because the difference is a lot. And I mashed it for you, you should be thanking me for this. So that's when she was like, you know what, maybe you might have a knack for finance after all, okay? So you're enrolled into engineering now, come out, let's start accounting. Okay, you don't like it, it's fine, let's switch back. So yeah, that's how my journey into accounting started. And then I researched on colleges that are good, DU showed up, and then, you know, ACCA coming up with my interest in finance and economics and CFA, and then it just went on. Yeah.
Were your parents really supportive about your pursuing your ACCA or your CFA?
To my surprise, a lot. I never expected typical Indian parents to be this supportive of when I told them I do not want to go to university. Because again, when I was doing my ACCA, I wanted to go to a university. DU was my target college, Delhi University, yeah. And then during ACCA, I figured out economics and finance. So my finance professor was the one who told me, he was like, you seem like someone who has a knack for finance, maybe you should do CFA. So at first I was like, it's just another qualification, why would I do it? So then I went and Googled it. It was the 4th hardest exam at that point. Then I was like, okay, so I'm going to be at the tables with UPSC students and JEE students. Okay, now this is interesting. So yeah, so then I did CFA. I told my dad, I was like, Dad, I don't want to go to uni. At first he was like, okay, but you're sure you're not going to you're taking the route that's not taken by anyone. You're sure? I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure about it. So yeah.
What was the hardest part, not just academically, but personally, that you faced?
I think it's missing uni, because I didn't have a uni life, and we all know how great uni life is growing up, right? We've all heard from everyone that if there's one point of your life that you'd like to go back to, it's your uni life. So even during the study period, I didn't face a lot because I was the COVID batch. My 11th and 12th, I think even 12th half I didn't go to school. 11th was completely online. Only 12th half of that I went to school. So I didn't miss anything as such during my school days, because whatever my friends did, even they had tuitions, economics, maths and accounting. Same like that, I used to have weekly 3 classes. So I neither missed an outing I didn't miss an outing with them. I didn't miss my gaming sessions. I had it every week. The only thing I truly missed was the college part. Yeah, that's it.
So you started this as a student in school.
In school.
What did your average day look like? Like, walk us through your day-to-day life.
Yeah, I was a COVID batch student, so I used to get up 5 minutes before the login time was, straight login.
We all do.
Yeah, like every single one attending online class does. Log in, and then depending on the subject, either pay attention to what they're doing or I'll do my own thing. So school used to get over by 1:30, and then again it's online, right? Start gaming again. Then maybe if there's a class evening, attend the class. There's no class, continue gaming.
Okay. So you're a Guinness World Record holder.
Yeah.
Walk us through when did you realize that you were on track to break the world record?
Okay. So first, when I got into ACCA, I had zero clue if I'll do it or not. I was so clueless because I was like, I'm still in 11th standard. You're telling me to do complete chartered accounting. That's something people struggle. They take 2-3 years and they still don't do it. How am I going to finish it? So I had that. But to my surprise, first 3-4 papers just went on easily. So that's when I was like, okay, you know what? I might have a shot at this. So I just Googled. I was like, who is the youngest chartered accountant in the world? A name showed up. His name is Ram Kumar Raman. I'm not sure if he's watching it, but if he's watching it, then dude, you're my biggest inspiration. He finished it when he was 17. He went to American University of Sharjah.
Yeah.
Then he's working in Deloitte, Australia now. So I saw his profile and I was like, yep, he's doing what I want to do. So I'm going to break what he did.
Okay.
Was there ever a point in time where you thought about stopping?
When I was in school, no, because I didn't miss anything. Because again, right, we're all humans after all. Social life matters a lot to us. Not having a social life impacts us in ways in which there's an explicit effect. There's also very much an implicit effect of missing a social life, right? So when I was in school, it didn't impact me much, right? Because I knew I'm not missing anything. The main regret was after school, but I do know for a fact that if you take a time machine, put me back to school, I'll still make the choices I did.
Got it. Walk us through the moment you found out it was official. How did your family react? How did your friends react? Most importantly, how did you react? And how did you feel?
Okay, so I think the point in which I got to know it was in 2021.
Okay.
That's the first time I got to know it. So when I finished it, I was so happy. Because first is I was doing 3 papers, and then my school was also starting that time because they were like, gotta come to school because you guys have had your vaccines now. I was like, finally I've done it before school. Okay, now I can go to school in peace. I don't have to bunk classes anymore. Okay, so when I was 16, yeah, that my first thought was, something is done. For a 16-year-old kid, for him to say you finished CA, I was pretty happy. But it becoming official, being recognized came this year.
Oh.
Yeah, it
That's
actually
really
happened
long.
like, I think this year, Feb. That's when it
That's
became
long
official.
time.
Yeah, because I applied for it last year.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
that's when I got to know that you can apply for this, because until last year, I didn't know you could apply for it.
Okay.
So last year is when I applied for it, yeah.
Okay.
Well, most people would have stopped after getting the world record. You chose to go to the CFA, into the CFA. Why?
It's just pure curiosity, I guess, because even when I wanted to do DU, so DU cutoff is really high. I think it's 95-96% plus. And I am not a nerd. I mean, I sound like a nerd. I like knowing things the way I want to know why things are the way they are. But from a pure academical standpoint, I know how much ever I push myself, I cannot get above 95 overall,
Yeah.
right? And DU also has an entrance exam. I knew that I just couldn't clear it. So that's also reason behind ACCA. I was like, you know what? I finished 12th. I have a 95, 94 there. And I'm also a chartered accounting guy. So I'm a better bet than the other students, so you got to give me a seat, right? So during my ACCA journey, that's when I came across economics and finance. And that's when I was like, you know what? I like these fields so much that I want to learn more. And I'm also a very lazy guy. You tell me to go Google things, I wouldn't do it. ChatGPT wasn't a thing back then. Claude wasn't a thing back then. So you didn't have someone to give you a framework to learn things. It was all grunt manual work. You got to make your own syllabus to learn things, right? And no YouTube channel was good either.
Of course.
So yeah, so that's when I was like, there's an easier way like CFA. Okay, not easier way like CFA. There's a class where they'll teach you things.
Yeah.
I just have to attend it. I can feed my curiosity there. I went and joined in. That's it, yeah.
Well, the CFA is regarded as one of the most hardest qualifications in finance.
Yeah.
What kept you going through 3 levels of that?
It's just curiosity, nothing else.
Pure curiosity.
Pure curiosity. Like I've seen it firsthand as well compared to the ones in my college. Sorry, I'm calling it college because it was like a college itself.
Yeah.
So the ones over there, they either wanted to level up their career or switch their industries. But that was not the case for me. I was there because I wanted to learn it. I'm not saying they were not there to learn things, obviously, but they had a monetary intention. For me, that was never the case. I was there just to understand economics, just to understand finance, because that fascinated me so much. Every class was a eureka for me. because I was learning
Yeah.
something new. Because I was obviously from school, right?
Yeah.
So every class I was learning something or the other thing that is very much new, and that's what kept me going as well. Because I knew that without that, I wouldn't have known the things that I did know back then.
Do you think if you weren't as curious as you are about things, do you think you would have been able to push through all of this?
No way.
Not at all?
No way. If I was not curious about things, there is no way I would have done anything I did.
Even the ACCA?
Nothing.
not the
I wouldn't have
CFA?
done anything. I would have just become a normal engineer. I mean, I'm not saying engineering is bad.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong on that, but I wouldn't have even been a great engineer. I would have been an okay engineer.
So like an average life.
Average engineer. I would have maybe think my friends graduate this year, so I would have gone to some random engineering college, graduated this year, prayed hard I get an internship or a placement somewhere. That would have been my life, yeah. So curiosity is what fueled me throughout and throughout. Just that urge to know why things are the way they are. That's it.
That's a very important part of learning anything.
Yeah,
I think if you're not curious about anything, then what's the point?
exactly.
What's the point of doing anything?
Yeah. So that's what kept me going as well.
Well, you're a research analyst at Century Financial now.
Yeah.
How did everything you built open those doors for you?
Okay, so does a research analyst require you to have a CFA? No, it doesn't. The finance profession is one of the hardest in the world, don't get me wrong on that, but it's also a very logical profession, right?
Yeah.
Because it's built around a story, okay? Every theme, every idea that you look at has a story around it. So stories make sense, stories have a logic behind it, right?
Yeah.
So that, and it's also highly quantitative. Math makes a lot of sense, math adds up, math cannot be wrong.
Yeah.
It's the language of the universe, I believe that.
Do you like maths?
I love math. Math was my favorite
Finally,
subject.
someone.
Huh?
I love maths as well. Same here.
I think in school, I think board exams, pre-boards especially, math I think was the only subject where I scored. I flunked 2 subjects in
Oh my
pre-boards.
God.
I think if my
How
mom
did
and
your parents react to that?
they don't know I flunked.
Oh my God.
They're gonna
Still?
watch this. They're gonna watch this. They're gonna beat me
Oh,
up.
First time on camera.
Yeah, I flunked. I think Hindi and SST. My friends are like, "Who flunks SST?" Yeah.
Okay, so they're gonna find out now.
They're gonna find out now.
What are you gonna tell them?
I think now they wouldn't
Okay.
worry because my boards marks were good.
Yeah.
And I think what can they do now?
Fair
I'm
enough.
21. Yeah, 21. I can't do anything now.
So, what does your day-to-day life look like now?
So right now it's just a morning day starts off with just tracking what's the day-to-day movements, because when it's day for you it's night in the US, when it's night for you it's day in the US, right?
Right.
So when you sleep, that's when most of the news comes out. So morning just goes in reading about what happened in the day. Few days it's so hectic, few days there's literally nothing going on in the day. Okay, so yeah, just goes about tracking stuff, coming up with new ideas every day, figuring out which aspect of the market has not reacted to what it should have. That's it.
Now let's talk about who you are. You're a fitness fanatic. You swam early on in your life.
Yeah.
Did you make it to a higher level in swimming?
I've been to nationals.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really amazing. Okay, so you were a swimmer when you were young. You played games, and now you're preparing for a high rocks.
Yeah.
The high rocks, for the people who don't know, a high rocks is one of the most physical feats that anyone can ever achieve. It is literally like the top of the top, and he's preparing for it. Okay, so do you still believe? Do you believe that fitness was an important part of your life?
Yes, a lot.
A
It
lot.
taught me a lot about, I wouldn't say being disciplined because I was never a disciplined guy. Yeah, if my dad's watching this, if I say I'm disciplined, he'll come hit me. So I can't say it, but it did teach me not giving up.
Okay.
Yeah, it taught me a lot about not giving up because my swimming coach was an Olympian.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, if there's one thing I learned from him and from swimming was, so swimming was hard. Like after every session, your body used to burn everywhere. You used to be a lot hungry every single time. Yeah, it was very hard for me. Okay. So the one thing that it taught me was just to not give up, because I've been swimming since age 10.
Oh.
And I think the first time I went to a good level was when I was in, I think, 8th standard. So it took me like 6-7 years to get to that level. So yeah, what it taught me was that just don't give up, man. Your time will come. It's just not today, but you put in the effort. obviously you do things because you want a result, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but just keep thinking of how you will feel when that result actually happens. That'll get you through the grunt work, the grunt journey. The journey is always boring. Yeah, it's always about the destination. I don't understand why people say it's the journey. It's always about destination. How you feel after reaching destination, that's what kept me going through the journey. Okay, at least for me that was the case.
Yeah.
And it worked for me.
So, if you weren't so much into sports or swimming or now doing any athletic endeavors whatsoever, do you think your life would have been any different?
I think yes, a lot.
Okay.
Because sports is what also taught me to understand how you work as a human. So I believe that we are all humans, obviously. Okay,
Yeah.
obviously, what am I saying? So as humans, it's your duty to understand how you operate, how your body operates, how your mind operates. Let me give you a simple example. I'm assuming a lot of you watching this will be students.
Yeah.
Okay, obviously, right? So a lot of you have an issue where you cannot focus right before an exam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very relatable.
Very relatable, right? Yeah, always. Either for me it was gaming used to come in between. I think for this gen it's scrolling Insta a lot.
Yeah.
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 What's your screen time?
Let's not talk about that.
Above 2 digits.
Oh, okay. That's
I'm not admitting mine.
okay. Let's see. So you have an issue during exams, right?
Yeah.
So did I. So the one thing that pushed me through that was understanding how your mind operates. Like for example, what do you think your brain secretes when you're happy?
We learned this in psychology.
Serotonin.
Okay,
Yeah.
serotonin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when you're happy, your brain secretes that, right?
Yeah.
So what I understood was that your brain does not understand the difference between studying. It does not understand the difference between scrolling. It does not understand the difference between you gaming. It's indifferent between everything. Okay. The only thing it understands is that the hormone, serotonin.
Yeah.
So when you do something that stimulates the brain, makes it active, that hormone is secreted. So your brain just needs to be stimulated. Okay. And
Yeah.
it can happen through studying as well. Surprising, right? Yeah, surprising. So what I did was every day when I wanted to study, 45 minutes before that, I kept my phone on my room. I kept everything. I just used to wear my watch. I used to go out for a walk, just sit outside. For 45 minutes, I used to sit outside doing nothing. It's the most boring thing. If you guys trust me, it's so boring. You're gonna kill yourself when you're doing it, okay? But it's so boring. You just watch cars pass by. There's a cat going on, you watch the cat go. There's a pigeon flying, you watch the pigeon fly. You're just questioning your life choices, just sitting there. You're so deprived of stimulation that even studying is nice after that. That's how I made myself study. Okay. So that's what, right? So once you understand things like this, why you operate, I think sports taught me that a lot. Okay. It taught me how you think as a person, right? What pushes you that extra mile, often they say, right?
Yeah.
In sports, that's often important because that's what differentiates you, right? When you swim alone, your timing will be different. You swim with a group of people, your timing will be much quicker. Why?
Yeah.
The group also matters, right? Why is it, right? So once I understood, sports taught me all this,
Yeah.
right? The way you operate, why you operate the way you operate, right? Things like this, because sports gave me the fundamentals, I think it led to other things, yeah.
Now, when you were pursuing ACCA so early on, or the CFA, or your professional life right now, in anything, if the students that are watching right now want to pursue a similar path to you, what are some mistakes you would want them to avoid?
Okay.
Or, yeah, basically, what are some mistakes that you made that you regret making that you want them to avoid?
The mistakes that I regret making, I think, I can't think of any. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find something that's not very stupid.
It's okay, anything's fine.
I think skipping college, I still don't know if it's a mistake or not.
Okay.
Because until last year, I think till June, I've regretted that decision a lot. Though I've always gone back and then told myself like, okay, you know what, you win some, you lose some,
Yeah.
part of game, right? You made your decision. Missing college, I have no clue if it's a regret of mine or I'm not really sure what I think of that.
Yeah.
So I think that's something. So when you're making that decision of whether you want to go to uni or follow my same path, just keep that in mind. Because if you're someone who's going to regret it later, I mean, then just don't do it. Okay, it's worth it. I'm not telling it's not worth it, but once you make a decision, there's no going back in it. That's all I'm trying to say.
Because in today's age on social media, you have all these gurus.
Yeah.
That drop out of high school,
Yeah.
start drop shipping.
Yeah.
All these courses
Yeah.
they're trying to sell you. They all like drop out of school, school's
Yeah.
useless. But someone who actually went through that route and skipped college, which a lot of these gurus are very against. Do you think they're right, or do you think there's a balance of both?
I think it's a balance of both, right? It
Mhm.
worked for them. It worked for me. I do regret it. Okay. Right now I'll say regret it. Next second I'll be like, you know what? Maybe it wasn't that bad, right? I am still indifferent between both, right?
Mhm.
So do I think college is completely useless? No, it's
Mhm.
not. It still opens a great amount of doors,
Mhm.
right? And also, CFA is what fed my hunger on economics and finance.
Mhm.
Okay, if you're someone who want to have the same, that hunger being fed,
Yeah.
and also not miss the college life, then college is great.
Mhm.
Work hard, get a good grades. I mean, I know it's boring, but
Yeah.
that's the only way to get into a good college, right?
Yeah.
Where your hunger is actually fed, right?
Yeah.
So, with regards to are they correct, are they wrong, I strongly think it depends on how you are, man. If you're someone who you think would regret the choice later, seeing your friends when they are in college, because I regretted a lot, but then I was consoling myself after that. So, if you think you will regret it later, then go to college.
Okay.
It's not useless.
And something else a lot of students struggle with nowadays, mental health.
Yeah.
Okay. How important do you think it was to take rest days or reset days, as people call it, in between your like locked in periods of time? How important do you think it was to stop and just take a minute, take everything in, and then restart again? Because everyone says it avoids burnout.
Yeah.
But as someone who actually went through very rigorous studying periods, as someone who didn't even like studying, how did you avoid burnout?
I never experienced a burnout actually.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've ensured that the moment I got bored of something,
Mhm.
I stopped doing it.
Okay.
If I do not like something, I cannot force myself to do it. I know that's something that everyone says,
Mhm.
but I feel like I followed it as well.
Okay.
Right? Like for example, I studied for 2 hours. I'm giving an
Yeah.
example, right? I studied for 2 hours, okay? After a point of time, I feel like I'm done. I'm done with this. I'll open my laptop, I'll start playing games. Honestly, that's how I avoided a
Do you
burnout.
still believe that in your professional career, that you should just, if you're getting bored, just stop?
I mean, when you're at work, you can't go and play games. But at times, yes, right? I think you gotta distract your mind out of things
Mhm.
and do some other things as well, because you gotta have a maintained balanced life, right?
Mhm.
They call it the work-life balance, right? When you're a student as well, I know parents may not get it. Parents will be like, you gotta study. What other else do you have? What other
Yeah.
thing do you have, right? But no, the balance, as you said, is a thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So when I was in school, sports was that, gaming was that for me. So yeah, maintaining everything was what led me through it. Yeah.
Okay. Now, as a Guinness World Record holder, everyone wants to know that they're the best at something in the world. Yeah?
Yeah.
We all dream about it. We imagine it. But you actually are. So,
Okay.
what advice do you have for someone who's still thinking of going down that path to dedicate an insane amount of time just to one specific thing to at the end be the best at that? What is that one crucial advice?
I think just be curious. Curiosity is what led me here,
Mhm.
and curiosity is what I believe would lead you anywhere as well.
Mhm.
Okay, because if you're not curious about things,
Mhm.
why would you even do it, right?
Yeah.
People often say you got to like something to do it, right? You got to
Yeah.
have a passion for things.
Mhm.
I call it curiosity,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Because only when you're curious you understand that, okay, you know what, you take concept A or think
Yeah.
A branches into 5 different things.
Mhm.
You get into all the 5 different things. You understand what the different 5 things are.
Mhm.
Then you see where those branch out,
Mhm.
right? You
Yeah.
kind of get what I'm saying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
I know it's kind of like I'm not naming things, so it's
Yeah,
a bit
yeah,
hard.
It's okay.
So yeah, that's I think
Okay.
curiosity, man. That's the only thing.
Okay. So now, wait. Okay, yeah. Now moving into the philosophical part of it. What is your personal belief or philosophy about going towards something, learning? You're still really young. There's a lot to learn. Knowledge is like you can always learn more.
Yeah.
So what is something you apply, or what is that philosophy you believe in, how you approach something that feels like impossible?
Okay, let me think about that. That's a great question, actually. because I've been used to winging things, but now that I think about it, I've actually followed a template behind winging things as well at the
Okay.
back of my head. Yeah. Can you like go off record and I can
Nah,
think?
That's okay. It's okay. It's all we can post production everything.
Oh,
will
okay.
look good.
Okay. Then okay. Why do you have to ask such hard questions, man?
I told you, authenticity.
That's a great question to which I don't have an answer for.
Dude, I even said it to you.
I never thought about it then. I mean, the question was great. Okay. Can you like repeat the question?
Okay, what is your personal philosophy
Okay.
towards learning things that feel impossible?
Okay. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the time when I was swimming again.
Mhm.
Okay. My biggest inspiration,
Mhm.
Michael Phelps.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously, right? I know it's kind of sounds cliche. Everyone likes Phelps,
Yeah.
the greatest Olympian ever. Okay.
Mhm.
He started swimming when he was 16.
Yeah.
This first Olympics, I think he was 15, 16 that time. Okay. So when he was asked, it was impossible for you to win against,
Yeah.
let's just say, accomplished 25-year-olds,
Yeah.
30-year-olds who held the world record that time,
Mm.
who were hella quick.
Yeah.
Okay, you were a 16-year-old kid who just entered adolescence,
Yeah.
right? How are you not scared? He just said one thing. He was like, see, I know I've prepared.
Mhm.
Okay, I know they have prepared as well, but my competition was me,
Mhm.
right? I knew how I swam a month earlier.
Yeah.
I know my timing 2 months earlier.
Mhm.
Am I just beating that today? I know I've prepared. I've done my homework,
Mhm.
right? So, am I beating me? If I beat me, that's enough for me at that point of time.
Mhm.
Beating others is just a bonus.
Okay.
Okay, this is what I understood from the interviews that he had.
Mhm.
So when I'm approaching something impossible that
Mhm.
at least I think like, you know what, this cannot be done.
Mhm.
The first thing I think about is, see, 1 month ago I didn't know what this thing was.
Yeah.
I've come up to that level to think what this is.
Yeah.
That is step one for me.
Okay.
I've won. At least I've crossed the first big step.
Yeah.
Because knowing some, because see, had not for CFA, I wouldn't be knowing what you guys know.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys have already done the biggest step, right? Because just knowing
Yeah.
things exist,
Mhm.
coming out of that box is a big thing,
Yeah.
right? So for me, it's always okay. 1 month ago, 2 weeks ago, I didn't know what it was. Now I know what it is, right?
Mm.
Now the next step is just jotting down a plan
Mhm.
to complete it. I come from a proper NCRT CBSE syllabus. If
Yeah.
there's one thing that we thought at is to plan things out,
Mhm.
right? You give us a structure, we'll nail it down.
Okay.
So the first thing I do is maybe take a pen and paper.
Mhm.
We all are used to making timetables during exams, right?
Yeah.
I still make a timetable if I want to learn
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I jot down my plans. This day I will do this.
Mhm.
If this is ticked off, that day I don't even touch a book after that. I wouldn't even go back to that thing after that.
Okay. Now, how important do you think it is to have that me versus me mindset? Because a lot of us in this day and age, we believe in comparison.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's also a quote that says comparison is the thief of joy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think you should just focus me versus me throughout? And do you think that can get you somewhere really where you need to be?
I think a lot of times, yes, until and unless you have the maturity to understand that different people have run different races.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For example, my race is, let's say, swimming. Your race can be athletics. His race
Yeah.
can be hurdles, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all are good at different things.
Mm-hmm.
I figured out what I want to do. Don't mistake me. I still do have no clue what I want to do. Okay, right now I'm an equity research analyst.
Yeah.
Okay, what I want to do next year, I don't know. What I want to do a year after that, I do not know. Okay, but there are people who know what they want to do.
Mhm.
Okay, so obviously when I compare myself with them, at times I'm gonna feel inferior, right?
Mhm.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
It's humans to feel inferior,
Mhm.
correct? But it's only if you come out of that and think that, you know what, my race is different, his race is different.
Mhm.
I think that's very important to understand that.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, the golden question. People now, due to comparison, due to anything, due to their social life nowadays, they feel they're lagging behind, especially students at this age. I felt it, he's felt it, they felt it, everyone's felt it.
Okay.
So we've always felt at some point, maybe during exams, maybe during a project, maybe during something, that we're behind in life. Some people are like really far and we're lagging behind. What is something you would want to say to the young viewers watching about them feeling that they're behind in life and how to overcome that feeling
Okay.
and make yourself healthier, a healthier mindset basically?
Okay. I'll give an example on this. I'll give my personal life story in this. I've already told you that I flunked 2 subjects,
Yeah.
right? And I was in pre-boards, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that point is when I felt like everyone in front of me was ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so after pre-boards, we were jotted down into 3 classes. A, strongest section. B had the mediocres. C was the weakest. I was in C. My friends were in B.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm behind.
Yeah.
These guys are the guys I hanged out with. No,
Mhm.
they are in B. It's another question that they came and sat with me in C after that. Okay. Thank you guys for doing that. That helped me a lot mentally. But yeah, so that point of time, I was behind a lot.
Mhm.
Okay. But the one thing I believed in was that, like I said, right, just be curious, man. Okay, I just, can we do a review on that?
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay, so,
Do you want me to ask the question again?
yeah, just ask the question
Okay,
again,
okay.
yeah.
What would you like to say to the young viewers watching who feel they're lagging behind in life due to maybe being under peer pressure or
Okay.
them being in social groups that they feel they're lagging behind in? What is that one piece of advice that you would give to them to overcome that negative feeling and to bring
Hmm.
themselves to a positive mindset?
Okay. I think as humans, it's common for us to compare ourselves, like you
Mhm.
said, right? And I also told you that I did flunk 2 papers when I was in boards,
Mhm.
correct? So at that time, I did feel left behind a lot
Mhm.
because my friends were in the class that was set for the stronger
Yeah.
academic grade students, and I
Mhm.
was in the weaker one,
Yeah.
right? So at that point, I was like, I did feel left out a lot. I also felt bad that they've moved ahead.
Mhm.
I'm still stuck. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's the case that you're asking as
Yeah.
well, and a lot of you guys might be facing that as well,
Mhm.
right? But again, from my sports journey, what I understood was that your time will come. You
Mhm.
just have to put in your effort, right?
Yeah.
As a students, what do you target? You target 95, target 100,
Mhm.
aim for 100. No one swims targeting for bronze, right? You always
Yeah.
target gold.
Yeah.
You always target a record time, right? I
Mhm.
think that's the main thing, because when we
Yeah.
are students, we always target, okay, you know what, I need 95 percentage. I need 90. Why? 100's there? No, target for 100, okay? So I think that's the first change I had, which was that I changed the way I thought.
Mhm.
Instead of targeting a 90, I was like, you know what, let me aim for 100. I know it's unrealistic,
Mhm.
but swimming as well, I've targeted a gold always, right? I
Yeah.
end up at silver, I end up in bronze, end up in gold, doesn't matter. I'm getting something.
Mhm.
You end up target 100, you'll end up in 90, and I end up in 85, better than 60.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the first thing, which is I changed the way I thought.
Mhm.
Second was that I believed in the concept of second chances.
Okay.
I believed that if not now, tomorrow.
Mhm.
A lot of us lose hope. Okay,
Yeah.
just do not lose hope. You don't trust in yourself, trust in someone else who trusts you.
Okay.
Don't do it for yourself, do it for someone who likes you or whom you like.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
just keep it like this, think of it like this. Again, man, I don't want to speak like a cringe school teacher,
It's okay.
but I get it. Okay, all of you would have often heard that your teachers asking yourself, your parents are paying fees for you, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing in the school? You're coming here, you're, I don't know, doing what not and then going back, right? What are you giving them back? I just thought of the same way, because I thought of it, my dad's paying my fees,
Yeah.
it's an investment,
Mhm.
okay, pure investment. What's the return?
Mhm.
Every investment has to have a return,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
If I'm not giving a return, it's a bad investment,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
So I thought of that, and then I was like, you know what? Second chances will come.
Mhm.
I'm not doing it for me. I just have to do it for someone who trusts in me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as humans, again, I'm sorry if it's getting too long and too philosophical as well.
No problem.
As humans, you do not like responsibility.
Yeah.
When things are in your shoulders, you tend to feel the weight, feel the pressure, throw it on someone else. Okay, it's easier. It's much, much, much easier. I know you're used to the concept of take responsibility,
Yeah.
but at times giving responsibility to someone else is also good.
Yeah.
Okay, because you can move more freely after that.
Mhm.
So I did that.
Yeah.
I understood that, okay, you know what? I came out of the mindset where I thought everyone telling me, don't do it for me, do it for yourself. That's what you always hear, right?
Yeah.
Everyone telling you, I'm not telling you to study for me, I'm telling you to study for you.
Yeah.
I studied for them. I just flipped it. It worked for me. Okay, so often that's why I said again, understanding the way you operate is very important, because
Okay.
I understood the way I operate
Mhm.
and I flipped the equation, I reverse engineered it, it worked for me.
Okay. Yeah. So now I think a perfect quote that covers everything you just said is shoot for the moon and you land among the stars.
Yeah.
That I
Always.
think summarizes the whole point of your personal philosophy. So, and I think that's absolutely amazing. That's something I follow as well. Shoot for the moon, you land among the stars. Still better than the ground.
Yeah.
So with that, we come to a conclusion of the interview. Thank you, Mr. Lakshman, for your time, your story.
Yeah.
And with that, we wish you the very best in all your future endeavors. And I hope the viewers watching have learned something today and are taking away something from this interview.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching as well.
Yeah.